Luke on Shaman TV, joined by Chris Millington. So 1-0 win. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I enjoyed it actually. Certainly first half. I thought I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was a really professional away performance first half, and maybe not dissimilar to the home game actually against Bromley in the sense that we played well. I thought we controlled large parts of it, and the game plan worked really well. Second half, we knew it was going to be a different kettle of fish because, you know, what's at stake for them, being at home as well. It was hugely important for them to go after the win, and they did that. And I thought they carried a real threat. They were very direct, very positive in the play, and the second half was more of a solid defensive display. And Sam Johnson's pulled out a couple of good saves, and we've defended our box really well. I mean, they're a good side. They're a very, very good National League outfit, Woking, and I think what Darren's done here since he came in is great. But we know their significant threat is set pieces, you know, corners, throw-ins, and certainly free kicks into the box. So we were well prepared for that, and we knew that we had to defend those well. And if we did that, then we put ourselves in with a chance of getting something out of the game.
It's not necessarily too much to separate the two sides early on, but then Rob Harker capitalising on a goalkeeping spill.
Yeah, and I thought, you know, we started a little bit sloppy in possession. And I'm talking, you know, when I talk about the start, I mean the first 5 minutes, one or two lads giving up soft possession when we had space in the wide areas to get on the ball and get up the pitch, and we didn't make the most of that. But then once we started to do that, we became a real threat, and you could see how we were going to create opportunities and how we were going to present a threat to Woking. So as the half went on, we knew that was going to be our biggest opportunity, and that's where it came from. Tyler cutting in and a fantastic shot, a good save by the keeper, but we've seen Rob do that a number of times this season where keepers have parried the ball, and he's the first onto it. He's there, he's in and around the box, and he's a finisher. So yeah, really pleased for him because it's been a real learning curve this season for him, and trying to sort of find out how he fits into this level of football, and I think he's finding that out now. So yeah, delighted for him, but more so for us as a group, because the lads have worked so hard today and they've really gone to war with Woking, and I'm really delighted that they've got a reward for that.
Of course, following the goal, unsurprisingly, Woking coming into the game much strongly after that, and obviously driving for that third place finish, putting bodies on the line and defending, which carried on throughout really.
Yeah, and I mean the really interesting thing is you look at some of the oppositions we've beaten, and you know the draw with Bromley the other day at home, and we've performed really well against the top teams in the division. Our Achilles heel has been more the teams nearer the bottom this season, and if we'd have just had a bit more about us, a bit more professionalism in those games, then we'd be in a very different position in the league. But the encouraging thing is that when it's come to playing the bigger teams, certainly from sort of November, December onwards, we've shown how good we can be, and we've really shown that we should be competing at the top end of the division. So it bodes well, and clearly we want to keep a good run going. We want the clean sheets for the big man. We want a good run going into the trophy, and we want to finish the season as strong as possible so that we can give the fans something to look forward to next season and show them just how much this group of players is coming on.
Because as I mentioned, obviously lots of bodies on the line defending for our lives at times, and that job made just that little bit harder after Manny Diaz-Uribe got himself straight red without really having the chance to touch the ball.
No, I feel for Manny because it was his the first time he was competing for a ball in the game. You know, he's come on and he's shown energy going and pressing across the back four, and come into the game doing exactly what we asked him to do, and then he's gone up to compete for a ball. The lads come round the blind side, and Manny's caught him, you know, and I think it's one of those that looks from the referee's point of view looks maybe like it's dangerous or intentional. Of course he's caught the Woking player, and you know we don't want anyone hurt for sure, but I feel for Manny in this case as well, because he's not deserved that. I think a yellow card probably would have been suitable, given he'd just come on and it wasn't intentional. The lad had come out of nowhere. So it's disappointing for him, but pleasing that the lads went on to see the game out and get the 3 points, so we can go home with them.
as you mentioned, able to see the game out, get the 3 points. Of course, another clean sheet for Sam Johnson, which I believe makes him the joint most in the league this season.
That's right, yeah, and he's, he deserves it, and the lads deserve it, because we've done some really good work out of possession all season, really. Barring the obvious games where we were very poor early on. There's a real good solid structure about us, and we're definitely very difficult to beat. And Sam's contributed to that. Now Sam today, for me, has pulled off one really outstanding save, but he's done an awful lot of very good goalkeeping. His positioning, he's coming for crosses, he's punching, he's dealing with some difficult balls into the box, and the way he organises and instructs the back line is something that often goes unnoticed. So it's a very good all-round goalkeeping display, and that's what we get more often than not with Sam. So we've got to applaud him, and if we can do everything we can to get him that accolade, then that's something we should do, because he's Halifax town through and through, and he loves the club dearly. So we should be lifting him up and trying to get him the recognition he deserves.
Of course, up next, the final league game of the season, Eastleigh at home.
Yeah, great to finish the season at home and finish this season in a more respectable position if we can go and get 3 points on Saturday. And certainly that's what we'll be looking to do. The lads will be well rested, well prepared, and we want to go out with a really positive performance at home. And the more fans we can get in the Shay, and the better atmosphere they can create, then that'll be fantastic. So hopefully we'll have the place rocking, and Halifax will be a good place to be Saturday evening.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lee.